What's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2024 Netflix sequel film, Code 8 Part 2. This is our 40-something. It's fairly quick. It's just unfortunate because it's very boring. And I had a lot of expectations for this. Stephen Amell and Robbie Amell are cousins in real life. They play arch enemies, if you will. They use each other for various powered person things. Throughout the first film. The first film's premise is, how do you, as a powered person, 4% of the population has, special abilities, electric powers, pyro powers, etc., right? How do you work the system that is against you, right? Basic. But it's a very interesting story of overcoming and how does Robbie's character save his mom and stuff, right? This is a flash forward 5 years later, so the timeline is fine. Robbie's character has been in jail for 5 years because of the events of the first film. We're now trying to figure out what happens next. And the head chief of police, or whatever his title is a secret powered person in disguise. And corruption, massive corruption, has these robot dogs now with that psych drug ready to be used and, make it look like there's overdoses. It just horrible, atrocious things. And this girl, Pav, happens to witness her brother getting offed by a robot dog. And then it's a matter of what happens next. Robbie's character happens to stumble upon her. Her brother happened to work for Steven's character. And it's just, how do you help this girl? But also two-facing stuff here and two-facing stuff there, and how do you eventually expose the corrupt cop for being corrupt so that way the public can see it. She's got a transducer power, which is pretty cool. 1 in a million they reference it as. So it's just a lot of lead up to the inevitable. The cop is caught and he's publicly exposed, and that's it. He's done. But I feel like it should have been more. It should have been more dramatic. It should have been more like, how could this be happening in our town? And there should have been an uproar, but there wasn't an uproar. It was just very quick, and then 3 months later, and then everybody's doing their own thing. It's anticlimactic. You had really cool fight scenes here and there. You had powered versus non-powered fight scenes, which is great, but there wasn't enough fighting. There wasn't enough power usage. There wasn't, I don't know. It was very blasé, this film. And for a sequel film, you expect it to amp up the notch, kick it up a notch, amp up the power, no pun intended, of amperage, because Robbie's character is all about electric usage, right? If they make a third film, awesome. I'll watch it. I love the Amells. Robbie Amell's one of my favorites. I will always watch whatever he does. I don't think this was appropriate's not the word. I don't think this was a good sequel. Short, sweet, to the point. I expected more. I didn't get more. Could have been fine-tuned. Could have been more action. Could have been more dramatic. Could have been more like, peril. Where was the peril in this? It was just corruption cop, and we see this all the time. This is our day-to-day reality. Give me something different. I don't know. Could just be me. Code 8 Part 2. On to the next review. Mahalo.